Uh, Islamic Fiqh Academy, in fact, is a body created by OIC, Organization of Islamic Conference. And this body was created some 15 years ago, and it was suggested by King Khalid that there should be an organization consisting of leading ulama from all parts of the world who could sit together and consider the contemporary issues relating to Islamic fiqh and then decide and issue resolutions. So some 15 years ago, this institution was established, which has representatives nominated by the respective governments of Islamic countries. And it has also membership from some independent scholars, and it meets on annual basis in different parts of the world, and the subjects to be discussed in each session are circulated well before the session, and the articles are invited, and papers are invited, thorough papers, and then the meeting takes place in one of the Islamic countries for at least 1 week. All issues are presented and then discussed thoroughly, and then resolutions are issued. So far, I think 30 volumes have come out of this Islamic Fiqh Academy, consisting of very valuable papers on contemporary problems. 30 volumes. The different resolutions have also come out. These resolutions are also published in Arabic, in English, and in French, and Urdu, and have been widely circulated. That can be had from Darul Qalam, Darul Bashir, Jeddah. So this is the president of the academy is Sheikh Bakr Abu Zaid, who represents Saudi Arabia, and it consists. Normally, when the session, when the academy is in session, not only the regular members but also experts from different parts of the world are invited. They take part in discussions, and normally when we assemble, there is at least 200 scholars from all parts of the world. But the voting rights are only for permanent members. So Bakr Abu Zaid is the president, and I happen to be the vice president for 9 years. And then there is a Secretary General, Sheikh Habib Bil Khoja, who is from Tunisia. He is permanent Secretary General, and his seat in Jeddah. The other scholars, almost all the outstanding scholars assembled there at the annual session. This is with regard to Islamic Fiqh Academy. So far as Shariah Council, Shariah Standards Council is concerned, this has been created by AAOIFI, Auditing and Accounting Organization of Islamic Financial Institutions in Bahrain, and this consists of 20 ulama from all over the world. Each one is representing a group of Islamic financial institutions, Sharia boards. So the people who sit here in this Sharia Council are members of the Sharia boards of different financial institutions, and they have experience, practical experience of the financial matters that are placed before them in their respective Sharia boards. So they are trying to prepare standards, Sharia standards, like accounting standards. They are trying to prepare Sharia standards. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. لا إله إلا الله اللهم رب هذا الكتاب So this Sharia Council consists of Sheikh Dr. Wahab Zuhaili, Sheikh Nizam Yaqubi, Dr. Abdul Sattar Abu Ghudda, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mani, Sheikh Abdul Rahman Al-Atram, Dr. Dawood Bakr, and 20 members from all over the world representing different Islamic financial institutions groups. And I serve as a chairman of the council, and we have prepared around 20 standards. The purpose is to prepare standards for different modes of financing and different operations of Islamic banks. So 20 standards have been prepared so far, and others are in the pipeline. And we meet after every 6 months, once in Makkah and once in Medina. Alhamdulillah. So the session continues at least for 1 week, and in the meantime, between these 6 months, there are meetings of different subcommittees formed for different standards. Then after the standards are approved by the council, there always is held a hearing session, Jalsatul Istima', hearing session, where all the financial institutions are invited to participate so that they may hear, may listen to what has been resolved and what has been drafted as a standard. Then we listen to the proposals from all the participants, and after that we have another round of reviewing those standards. After this review, it is after this review that the standard is issued as a perfect standard. This is the way we are working in Sharia Standards Council.
Any other organizations that we should know about, or those are the ones you feel?
In fact, they are the major players in the field of Islamic finance. Yes. There are some institutes, for example, in IDB, there is an institution called IRTI. Yeah, IRTI. And there is another institution in King Abdulaziz University, headed by Dr. Al-Qari. So they are also working, but their normal function is to have educational programs, training programs, and to have seminars and conferences on different subjects.
So in your opinion, who are the most qualified ulama within the sphere of Islamic finance per se? So sometimes you look at institutions and you don't recognize the names of the Sharia board, and if you're going to deal with them, then the integrity of the Sharia board is paramount at the end of the day.
Yes.
So which names should we be looking at? What do you feel?
I think there are among the outstanding ulama of today. There is Sheikh Muhammad Siddiq al-Zarir of Sudan, Siddiq al-Zarir of Sudan, and Sheikh Abdul Rahman Al-Atram, and Abdul Sattar Abu Ghudda, Abdullah bin Mani of Saudi Arabia.
He's specifically in the field of finance.
Yes, yes. Yes, please.